History holds mysteries that chill the soul, vanishing so complete, so inexplicable, they seem to defy the fabric of reality. From entire colonies to solitary figures, these cases leave behind fragments of clues that spark endless theories, from the plausible to the paranormal. This countdown of the top 10 creepiest historical disappearances delves into the eerie details, each case more unsettling than the last, haunting us with questions that may never be answered. 10. The Beaumont Children, 1966. On January 26, 1966, Australia's carefree innocence shattered when siblings Jane 9, Arna 7, and Grant Beaumont 4 vanished from Glenelg Beach in Adelaide. The children left home for a routine day by the sea, a short bus ride from their house. Witnesses saw them playing with a tall blonde man, described as friendly but unknown. When they didn't return, frantic searches scoured the beach, nearby cliffs, and suburbs, but no trace emerged. Their untouched belongings, towels, sandals, remained at the beach, as if they'd stepped away for a moment. Theories point to abduction, possibly by a pedophile or serial killer like Bevan Spencer von Einem, though no charges stuck. The case ended an era of letting kids roam freely, and the image of 3 siblings vanishing on a sunny summer day remains a haunting wound in Australia's psyche, a reminder of how quickly innocence can vanish. 9. The Sodder Children, 1945. On Christmas Eve 1945, a fire tore through the Sodder family home in Fayetteville, West Virginia. George and Jenny Sodder escaped with 4 of their 9 children, but 5, Maurice, 14, Martha, 12, Louis, 10, Jenny, 8, and Betty, 5, were presumed lost. Yet the fire's aftermath raised chilling questions. No remains were found, despite a blaze too brief to fully cremate bones. A ladder was missing, the phone line was cut, and a witness later claimed seeing a car with the children that night. The Sodders received a mysterious photo years later, possibly showing an adult Louis. Theories of kidnapping by organized crime, human trafficking, or a government cover-up swirled, fueled by the family's Italian heritage and George's anti-Mussolini stance. The Sodders spent their lives searching, posting billboards, but found no answers. 8. Amelia Earhart, 1937. Amelia Earhart, 39, was a trailblazing aviator attempting to circumnavigate the globe when she and navigator Fred Noonan vanished on July 2, 1937. Their Lockheed Electra disappeared over the Pacific Ocean near Howland Island, a speck in a vast sea. Earhart's final radio transmissions, crackling with urgency, reported low fuel and no sight of land. The U.S. launched one of history's largest search operations, scouring 250,000 square miles, but found no confirmed wreckage. Theories include a crash into the ocean, capture by the Japanese as spies, or survival on a remote island like Nikumaroro, where artifacts, a woman's shoe, bone fragments, were later found but never conclusively tied to her. 7. The Springfield 3, 1992. In Springfield, Missouri on June 7, 1992, Cheryl Levitt, 47, her daughter Susie Streeter, 19, and Susie's friend Stacy McCall, 18, vanished from Levitt's home after a high school graduation party. The house was eerily normal. Purses, keys, and cigarettes sat untouched. The TV glowed and the dog paced anxiously. A broken porch light globe was the only anomaly, but no fingerprints or DNA surfaced. Police searched nearby woods, rivers, and a hospital parking garage under construction, suspecting the women were buried there, but found nothing. Theories range from a random abduction to a serial killer or drug-related crime, possibly linked to Susie's past legal troubles. 6. Louis Le Prince, 1890. Louis Le Prince, a French inventor who pioneered motion pictures, boarded a train in Dijon, France on September 16, 1890, bound for Paris to showcase his revolutionary film camera. When the train arrived, Le Prince, his luggage, and his invention were gone. No one saw him disembark, and searches of the train en route yielded nothing. Theories suggest suicide, murder by rivals like Thomas Edison, who later patented similar technology, or a staged disappearance to escape financial debts. Le Prince's vanishing just before unveiling his world-changing invention adds a sinister twist, as if history conspired to erase him. 5. Owen Parfitt, 1763. In Shepton Mallet, England, around 1763, 60-year-old Owen Parfitt, paralyzed and confined to a chair, vanished from his sister's front porch. Farm workers across the road saw nothing. No one approached, no one left. One moment, Parfitt sat under a blanket. The next, only the blanket remained. His immobility rules out wandering, and no evidence of foul play surfaced. Locals whispered of supernatural forces, spontaneous combustion, or even alien abduction, though such ideas were fanciful for the time. Searches of the village and surrounding fields found nothing. The simplicity of the setting, a quiet porch in broad daylight, makes this disappearance profoundly unsettling, as if Parfitt was plucked from reality itself, leaving a mystery that defies reason. 4. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse Keepers. 1900. On December 26, 1900, a relief crew arrived at the Flannan Isles Lighthouse in Scotland's Outer Hebrides to find it deserted. Keepers Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, and Donald MacArthur had vanished. The lighthouse was pristine. Beds made, dishes clean, logs updated to December 15th. Outside, storm-damaged equipment suggested they ventured out to secure it during brutal weather. No bodies were found. The official report blamed a massive wave, but myths of madness, alien abduction, or supernatural forces, sparked by a 1912 poem describing a chaotic scene, later debunked, add an eerie layer. 3. Benjamin Bathurst, 1809. British diplomat Benjamin Bathurst, 25, vanished in Perleberg, Germany, on November 25, 1809, during the Napoleonic Wars. Traveling home from Vienna, he stopped at an inn, visibly nervous and requesting armed escorts, possibly fearing French spies. After dinner, he stepped outside to check his horses and was gone. Extensive searches found nothing. A skull discovered in 1852 at a former inn worker's home was never confirmed as his. Theories include murder, robbery, or a staged escape from debts or enemies. But his high-profile status and the lack of evidence make this vanishing feel otherworldly, as if he stepped into a void. 2. The Mary Celeste, 1872. On December 4, 1872, the Canadian ship DEI Gracia found the American merchant vessel Mary Celeste drifting 400 miles east of the Azores. Sails were up, its cargo of ethanol intact, but the crew of 7, plus the captain's wife and daughter, were gone. The lifeboat was missing, yet personal items, 6 months' food, and the log, last updated 10 days prior, remained untouched, with no signs of violence. Theories of mutiny, piracy, a drunken crew abandoning ship, or even a giant squid attack have been proposed. But the ship's pristine state defies them all. The Mary Celeste remains the ultimate ghost ship, its silent drift across the Atlantic a chilling maritime enigma. 1. The Roanoke Colony, 1587-1590. The creepiest disappearance crowns our countdown, the Roanoke Colony. In 1587, about 120 English settlers, including Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas, settled on Roanoke Island, now North Carolina. Governor John White left for supplies, but was delayed by war. Returning in 1590, he found the colony gone. Houses dismantled, no bodies, no signs of battle. Only Croatoan carved on a fence post and CRO on a tree hinted at a nearby island or tribe. Assimilation, Spanish attack, or starvation are theorized, but archaeological digs and DNA studies have found no answers. Why this countdown endures? These vanishings grip us because they defy closure. From a ghost ship to a lost colony, they leave fragments, carvings, empty homes, untouched belongings that tease at stories we'll never unravel. Theories of aliens, conspiracies, or natural disasters swirl, but the lack of answers is what makes them so eerie. Each case, from a paralyzed man on a porch to children on a beach, challenges our grasp on reality, reminding us how easily someone can slip into the void, leaving only shadows of questions that linger across centuries. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more content. Thank you.